doesn't hear me, I'll tell you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Councilwoman Kerber, who are all these little people?
It's all the Daisy.
You guys, you're Daisy Scouts?
Milltown Daisies.
Milltown Daisies. Everybody wave hi to the camera, TV camera. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay. So you're helping today, I heard, ladies. Is that it?
Yeah.
So right now, you're doing, what craft are you doing there? Let's see. What are we making, ladies?
Gingerbread snowman.
What?
Gingerbread snowman.
Snowman.
Cookies.
Snowman. Wow, that looks delicious. You gonna eat those, or you gonna bring them home and frame them?
There you go.
We're
gonna eat them, right, guys?
Having fun. Thank you.
Okay.
We'll check all this out in a little while too. Excuse me, kids. See that, Dave? They're starting to pile in on you. What are you eating there, Mrs. Wright? What? Was this not on your diet or something? I won't tell anybody. Nobody will see this except for the, couple thousand that see it on TV and everywhere else. But okay. I hear somebody's coming there later. And the band is tuning up. On vibrate.
Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry, good afternoon. I'm so accustomed to doing evening concerts. This is crazy. So, welcome to the Milltown Senior Center. The Historic Society is sponsoring this event to not only raise awareness about our Milltown history, about the society itself, but to raise some money to make sure that we can keep our museum open and keep the history of Milltown alive. There are so many new people that come into town that we're so proud to show our history to them. We want to make sure we have it here for them. I'm Barbara Santoro. This is the Central Jersey Wind Ensemble, and we'd like to start our program off with Sleigh Ride. selection is entitled the Hanukkah Festival. Every year Hanukkah will fall at different times and Christmas stays at the same time, and sometimes the celebrations are near one another, and sometimes one's at the beginning of the month and the other one's always at the end. So even though we have finished our Hanukkah celebration, we would really love to play this for you. You'll hear familiar tunes that many of you kids have learned in school, and you'll hear the little spinning top of the dreidel in the woodwind section in one part of this, so keep an ear out for that. This is a Hanukkah festival. very much. Part of the mission of the Central Jersey Wind Ensemble is not only to help groups raise money or bring awareness to whatever it is they're doing, but we like to open up our ranks to high school students and invite them, high school and college students. But today we have a high school student who's also a Milltown resident, who's going to be doing our next vocal number, and I'd like to introduce Clara Melvin. She will be singing for us today, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Oh, I can see the people in the middle there.
Thank you, Claire. Wasn't that beautiful?
Oh, yeah.
We do have a lot of talent in Milltown. We just need to bring it out for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Our next selection is called Fireside Christmas, and it has a lot of the popular tunes that we all know, and probably might be a little sick of them by now, but we still have fun playing them. It's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, I'll Be Home for Christmas, Frosty the Snowman, Winter Wonderland, and the Christmas Song. This is a Fireside Christmas, and if you feel like singing along, there's nothing wrong with that.
You don't want me to sing.
Well, maybe certain people don't want to sing,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
the rest of you are more than welcome. Here we go, Fireside Christmas.
here for a minute. Try from here for a while. It's getting better. It's hard to get everybody from that spot.
Our next selection is entitled A German Christmas. And before we actually start to play that for you, just a little bit of Milltown history. My grandfather came here, it was in the early 20s. And if you look back at the Michelin band picture, you will see my grandfather in the Michelin band. And that's John Krause. And for any of you that knew Charlie Krause, he was the leader of the Fireman Junior Band. How many of us marched in that? Okay, we got at least 3 of us here. So just as a little bit of fun history, I have the bass drum that's in the back there that we used to use in the parades with the Milltown Firemen's Band. And so we also have the youngest member of the Historical Society playing the band, and that is Melanie Miller in our trumpet section. She's also a student at Spotswood High School. She's going to say a few things about what brought all of the German immigrants to Milltown, of all places in New Jersey. Melanie.
Hello. The German immigrants came to Milltown in search of work because they had previously been suffering from poverty and hardship. They owned homes and established themselves in trade and in business. Some worked long and hard at the civic betterment of Milltown. Christopher Meyer from Germany established a factory in 1907 that led to the growth of German influence in our town. He and hundreds of German peasants gave our town its character. After staying in town for a while with all the opportunities, some workers of the mill decided to go back to Germany to bring friends and family. German Philip Kulfau became a leader and idol of the German population in town. He was regarded as the progenitor of the Germans in Milltown. Philip Kulfau coming here opened multiple doors for the Germans to come here.
Thank you. You can clap for Melanie.
Well done.
I believe that part of your history research, Melanie, is with a Girl Scout project. And
My gold award.
Melanie
Gold
got her
award.
Gold Award, which is
Cool.
the highest award that you can get in Girl Scouting. So congratulations, Melanie. These 3 carols that we're going to play in this selection are very well known in Germany. I'll give you the English version so you don't have to Google what they mean. First one is O Christmas Tree. The second one is Every Year Again. And the third one is The Bells Ring Any Sweeter. This is a German Christmas.
Yeah, I can see people in the back now.
selection was written by English composer John Rutter. And for any of you who have sung in church choirs, you've played in your church, and you've done a number of pieces at Christmas time, likely you will have done one of his compositions. He's written some extremely charming music, and this next piece is supposed to depict a shepherd out in the fields with his pipe tending to the flock, and you'll hear just a joyous, joyous sound. And listen for our shepherd's pipe coming from our oboist. Show us an oboe. Raise your oboe. And our piccoloist, who also happens to be Milltown resident, Mrs. Christina Ristine.
There you go.
Her fan club in the front row.
There you go.
We're going to give the musicians a minute to let the blood come back to their lips and wipe our brow. It's a little warm up here.
Yeah.
But we couldn't have the fan on because it would blow our music all over the room. So this is why we suffer for our art. So our next selection is entitled Say Noel. And again, we're going to bring up Melanie Miller to do a little bit of a discussion as to how the French immigrants influenced history here in Milltown. And to conduct this piece will not be me, but actually our founding conductor, my husband, Mr. Nicholas Santoro. So let's welcome Nick. And Melanie.
Okay.
Tire Company arrived in Milltown from France in 1907. The old Michelin factory and smokestack have been an icon of Milltown. It brought in huge numbers of European immigrants to work at the plant. Michelin was based in France, but when they came to Milltown, the growth of our town attributed to the tire factory. It imported a large number of families from France. Many of the Milltown homes were homes of the workers. What the French left behind for us is Our Lady of Lourdes Church. The French families brought across the ocean were Catholics. Since they had no place of worship, Michelin helped provide one. Unfortunately, when the Great Depression hit, Michelin decided to close down the factory and the French workers went back to their homeland.
try.
Before we bring back Clara to sing another song for you, I would like to point out the fact that we do have high school students playing with us today. And first of all, I would like to recognize the sponsored high school band director, Mrs. Sarah Karina Koza, who has encouraged her children to perform with us. So thank you, Sarah. And I would like all of the sponsored high school band students who are playing with us today to please stand so we can see who you are. We have a graduate with us, someone from Sponsored High School, who didn't leave his horn behind in school and say, I'm never going to play again. So if you have kids who are learning instruments, they don't have to stop at the end of high school. So Solomon, would you please stand? He's a graduate. And the best part is, I'd like all Milltown residents in the group to please stand and be recognized.
You know why?
So, yes, we do have quite a musical family here in Milltown. This group plays always for free. None of these musicians get paid. The conductors don't get paid. Yes, some people are surprised. They thought there was going to be something in their stocking, but there's not. Checks in the mail, and you know how they do. They do not get paid, and we love to perform for groups who are just trying to get their cause out there or to support. For instance, we supported the Sponsored High School Band Parent Organization last year to help buy needed equipment for the band program because you know our school board budgets are very, very tight. So this is the kind of group that loves to play because we feel that it's important to bring music to people, live music, and not stuff that you just get on your phone or your computer. So thank you everybody for donating your time today. We really do appreciate it.
No, warm up. You're good.
think any of you have an idea of what it's like to have to be standing in front of all these musicians and singing, and you're the high school kid, you know, you're not wearing a costume in the musical or anything, it's you. But beautiful job, Claire. Thank you so much for doing that. So, Clara had been doing all the heavy lifting with the singing, and at this time, it's traditional in our concerts that we won't make you, but we will ask you, because we're not paying you either. We will ask you to join us in a Christmas festival, and you'll know what all of the tunes are when you get to them. What we like to watch is to see how many of you know the words. So we'll be watching you this time
I think I'll
as we
hint,
bring
guys.
you Roy Anderson's A Christmas Festival.
You guys got to go like this with the other hand. Wonderful.
Okay, so thank you so much. Again, we were just so happy to be here. I'm excited that this will be the first of many events that will be held with the Historical Society. If you're really interested in helping us keep this going, keeping any aspect of our Historical Society going, please see any people back there, sign up for our email list. Even if you just come to rake some leaves on one day, that's a big help, because that's exactly what we need, is a lot of people doing a little bit. And I think that that's it for us today, and we'll just keep going on the program, except that I know it says in the program that we're going to have raffles.
Yeah.
I hope you've all put your tickets in the little bags, because there's some fabulous items.
Good
And you've had a
finish.
chance to look at all of the different displays. And that we're supposed to have a special visitor.
We're waiting.
Our special guest has arrived. Our special guest has arrived. Look who it is in the back All right, everybody, let's go see Santa.
Santa?
Merry Christmas.
Somebody take a picture of Santa. I'll take a picture of that.
Thank you. Mr.
Hey, Santa. Merry Christmas.
That's insane.
Thank you, Santa. Merry Christmas to you, too. You guys visit Santa already?
Yeah.
All right. Who else has to visit Santa? How about this one, the little one?
You did already.
Okay, Mom.
You say hi to us?
Happy Christmas. Merry New Year.
I'm having trouble opening this.
All right. So I'm looking at while they're dressing down here, but which one of you has like the coolest tie? You guys got to vote on it or something. So, what that's good. Like, who has the coolest holiday tie? Let's see, you know. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. That's a different holiday. That's not Christmas or Hanukkah.
That's close enough. Well, you got holiday
Yeah,
on
it's
here.
amazing, you know. That's very holiday style. Nettie happy? Oh, Nettie. Oh, Grandma and Grandpa are smiling more than she is.
Me too.
It's Nettie. Hi.
Hey. Hey, gorgeous. That's it. Look at the funny looking guy in the stupid tie. That's it. Smart. Not him. You don't want to look at him. He'll make you happy. I'll make you scared.
A gift certificate for Gratify You Nail Spa.
You did good
Perfect.
job, Nettie.
There you go, Tony. Perfect.